Channel, Nadina Baun. You don't have to do anything at all, your natural essence will naturally emerge. You just have to stop doing what suppresses your natural essence from emerging. You have to then let go trying to impress, to make things happen, to grab and hold on to prove, to justify, to be better than. You just have to let go what is not you in order for your natural essence to emerge. You see, it's not something you have to do, rather it is something you have to let go of, which is the notion that who you are is this body and this character. The idea that the divine is this body and character. In other words, that the ego is equal with the divine. The divine is your natural essence, the ego is a man-made construct, it is not divine. It is an illusion, all the opposite of the divine. Ego is limited, insecure, attached, focused on the external, on the physical, born from the physical, lives in the physical, is impressed by form, attached to the doing. Your essence is the being that doesn't need the physical to be, that doesn't need to be doing anything in order to be, to exist. The ego, the identity you have taken on, is only part of this world. Of course, in the real reality, which is infinite and eternal, you are all bodies, all qualities, all characters, all roles, and still none of them. It is like an actor who is able to take on any role and yet knows he is none of these roles. Your capacity to take on any role is infinite, but you are not any of these roles you play. That's key, because you are always playing, acting if you want on the big stage, universal stage on which we are all playing together in visible and invisible degrees. Your natural essence is not something you need to earn or even bring out, indeed. It is not something you need to prove or be worthy of. Your essence is who you are, and when you are not standing in the way, your natural essence always emerges, for that which is within you is bigger than anything else, stronger than any illusion. But you can play within the illusion for as long as you like, you can go back and forth for as long as you like, as you are a free being, loved regardless, that is, unconditionally. There is no limit, no restriction, no requirement that is ever set upon you. In fact, you set these upon yourself, the ego sets these upon the character it is playing, believing in the character to be this or that. Your essence is infinite in potential, it is eternal and never dies, or changes, or gets blemished by any role you play. And so, when you are wondering what to do to feel better, to raise your consciousness a little more, to reach a little higher, the answer is always, stop doing what you are doing, rather than do this or that. When you are judging, when you are complaining, when you are finding fault, when you are finding lack, when you are pushing against, trying hard, you are in effect blocking your natural essence from emerging. It is only when you let go that you find relief, that you find peace, and allow your essence to come to the surface. You can never snuff out the light that is within you. You can diminish its luster, you can hold a blanket and diminish its radiance, but you can never extinguish it. It is the light of Source itself, and you can never extinguish Source. Therefore, be at ease, be in love, be in joy, is not something you need to try to be, it is something you naturally emanate when you allow yourself to let go of everything that is in the way. Every worry, every concern, every want, every desire, every complaint, every fault. To love unconditionally is to allow the mistakes to happen, and hold the other in the highest light, seeing them rise from their mistakes as a new being. And that is what Source sees in you every time you trip, every time you block the light, every time you stand in the way of your natural essence and live in the shadow of who you are. Because Source knows who you are, how powerful you are, and that it is impossible to stay there for long without realizing you are on the wrong track. And that is good news, because when you do realize you are running in the opposite direction of Source, of the light and love that you are, the feeling of unease becomes intolerable, and you cannot but run in the opposite direction, back into the arms of the Most High, back into the bosom of your true self, back into the essence of who you are. There's nothing you need to do that you are not already doing. There's nothing you need to know that you don't already know. There's nothing you need to prove. There's nothing you need to do, because who you are is a being of light, of love, of joy, and when you allow who you are to surface, it won't matter what you do, where you are, or who is there. Because then, you will be connected to Source, acting as Source, in all you do, say, think, and feel, and that is the ultimate place where you want to be.